Hi, this is Tina, and welcome to another episode of the Divine Joy Circle podcast and a very special edition of Joyful Connections because, for a few reasons. One being that we're at solstice time, and June 2016, it's been 1 year since the Divine Joy Circle podcast first went live, and I just can't believe how much has shifted within a year. Incredible. And secondly, because my special guest today is Nalini from fieldtuning.com and chaliceofwisdom.com. Welcome, Nalini.
Hi, Tina. It's good to see you.
Yeah, and I just would love for you to share a little bit about what is it about these times that we are finding ourselves in, and particularly this solstice time that is so not once in a blue moon, once in a 30-year full moon. And who knows what else once in a it is.
Well, this time is really special. As we all know, the cycle has shifted. There's argument about when that happened. Who cares?
Yeah.
And there have been these huge astrological configurations, and without needing to go into the details or knowing about astrology or anything, last year was the grand square. That is still moving apart, so we will be affected by that until 2020. Most recently, there's been a T-square between Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune. And Neptune in Pisces, which means Neptune's in her home waters of the mystical and dissolution and the love field, and Saturn in Scorpio, which is let's really go deeply into all of the mystical, which means energy, structures of every world and shake them up. And, Uranus has been in the mix, which is the great energizer, the great transformer. Jupiter puts a spotlight on everything. So that's enough of the details. But there have been the planetary bodies, which are beings, have been lining up in these ways because it's a shift, because the universe is shifting. This solstice, the full moon is on the same day as the solstice. This only happens about every 30 years in this world. What does that mean? More light. The cycle means more light. The full moon means more light, more reflected light. It's reflected sunlight. So the full moon illuminates things that otherwise wouldn't be so obvious to us. We could say they would be in shadow, but shadow's gotten a bad rap over the last cycle. So let's talk about it a different way. It illuminates more. And the solstice is a huge opening of light. So the full moon, where I live, the full moon is a bit different for you. The full moon is in the morning. This is early evening. They're within about a 12-hour window, almost exactly. And so it'll be the opening first of the moon, regardless of what time it is, wherever you are in the world, and then the opening of the solstice. But the solstice is a fortnight opening, a 2-week opening. The full moon is a 4-day opening. And so those are going to overlap and just bring in yet another tsunami of light, which is already ramping up. It's cresting, and it's coming in through the solstice window to bring that light quotient and to make it easier to amplify living in joy, living in the light that we are, creating from light, creating from joy. Joy is just a certain flavor of light. It's what you feel when you are being the light that you are. And this is a huge amplification of that. So it's quite the celebration, and it's wonderful that it's your anniversary.
Yeah, I'm so excited. And so I know that you have a beautiful special gathering that people can participate in. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, there will be a gathering. It's offered through the Chalice of Wisdom site shop on the solstice on the 20th of June. And what that is a transmission entrainment. Sometimes there's a bit of meditation, but it's mostly just an opening to light. It's to entrain to the higher light vibrations, the more open light vibrations, the new light vibrations, because we're being flooded with new right now, that are coming in. And that gets experienced over the teleconference bridge where the gathering is held. It also gets captured in a recording so that you can touch down back to it at any time. always look forward to these.
Yeah. I just wonder, because I mean, I know over the last few years, because so many of us have heard, this is going to be really intense time. And, and after a while, you almost become a little, exactly. You're like, yeah. And the one question I keep hearing over and over, how much longer is this going to last? It's like, but, yeah.
Well, this level of intensity, which is actually ratcheting up through this solstice, going to it's not so much the intensity that gets people, it's the choppiness, it's the turbulence, it's the up and down, sideways, the thrashing, the drag through the brush backwards, that kind of thing. All of that is lessening. You might not feel like it right now, but because the wave is cresting. When a tsunami or a big wave forms, it dredges up all the sand and everything off the sea bottom. That's what's happening. But at the top, it's just this beautiful, pure water that's infused with light. Mm. That's actually what's occurring. So there will be some of this through 2020. And then after that, it's hard to say. There are astrological indicators, but it should, well, I don't like to use that word. Things will have changed. The big shift that we're all going through has changed now, but we will be seeing the manifestations of it this year, next year in 2017, and up through 2020. And will it get easier? I would say the intensity levels will increase, but it will get easier because we are embodying more light, and therefore we are less impacted by it. Mm. Those who hold the light, it's a choice, really. It could be anyone. Mm. It's easier. It's easier when you don't resist something. Yeah. So there will be more facility with it as we go forward the next 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, beautiful. And I would say, really referencing back to, the last episode where we talked about field tuning, I would say that will just be such a great support for anybody, to go through these times, especially at times when you feel like, I think the biggest symptom probably appearing for people is feeling overwhelmed and just, it's just not being able to keep up. But that's really just the old wanting to control and not trusting and, thinking you got to do surrender, whatever the mind thinks it is.
I'm the one that has to do everything. Well, Source is the one that does. You shift that perspective and you still may be, dancing as fast as you can.
Yeah.
But it's different. It's different.
Yeah, it feels different.
Journey that it's different.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you sit on the couch and wait to be told, I'm going to get off the sofa when Source tells me to. So that's called application and laziness. No, it's how Grace has this. This is the latest transmission on the other portal that we do is the Grace transmission, and she was saying, the Great Mother was saying, Grace is the gateway. Grace is the gateway into power. Grace is the gateway into light. And when you think to yourself, not what would love do or what would Grace do, and those are all fine, but Grace has this. Mm-hmm. I just need to show up and go through the motions as that light, as that grace, as that joy.
Beautiful. Oh, okay. So here we are celebrating solstice time, and all of us just really, I think it's just about allowing ourselves to just be what we are. How can you not be what you are? But we've done such a good job of covering it up. Yeah.
Good job.
I know.
Needing to be something else, And the only thing that the Great Mother says about that now is stop it.
The Bob, what's his name again? Just the stop it video is funny, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, just allowing ourselves to just celebrate this amazing time that we're in, and that there are so many resources available that can support us, and that even though, as you said before, nobody can do anything for you, nobody can transform your energies for you, but you can have support with it to, like, for example, the field tuning, to allow yourself to receive that vibration and to have something available for you. It's like having training wheels on until you're able to sustain that vibration on your own, right?
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And have someone sustain it through you, to be that. You know, it's time to stop searching for what's going to work and be what will work.
Yeah.
And like this allows you to find that, to find out within yourself. You know, that's the miracle.
Yeah, beautiful. Oh, well, thanks so much for sharing. And for everyone who's interested in joining in the beautiful celebration, go to chaliceofwisdom.com and you'll be able to find it under the events page, or you can go to the shop page as well and join in the celebrations for the solstice. And happy solstice, everyone.
Solstice.
Yes. And until we yes. And let's see what we will create. It's going to be so much fun creating with light. More on that. And until we meet again, go forth. Let joy be your guide to a life that is worth waking up for every day. And manage your blessing.